There are some things you never think will happen to you, like an airplane crash or a war.
А я помогу. Алиса.
As a child, I heard Bosnia and Herzegovina on TV. Those strange words meant nothing to me except that cartoons had to wait. In school, wars were just history lessons, black and white photos in textbooks. War was something distant, something that happened to other people in other places.
Okay, here we go. One. Very nice.
I was born in Donetsk city, in eastern Ukraine, in 1988. The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. Food was scarce, playgrounds rusted, buses unreliable. My mother sold tampons from Poland at the market. If sales were good, I got a banana, both luxuries. Then life got better. By 2014, I was 26, a journalist. That spring, I was planning a yoga retreat or to go to Barcelona. But Russian propaganda chose that spring to be called the Russian Spring.
The security situation in eastern Ukraine continues to deteriorate. The latest domino to fall was in the separatist-held city of Donetsk.
War arrived in weeks, checkpoints, curfew, shelling. The closer it got, the more the world distanced itself from me. No trips to Barcelona anytime soon. One day, armed men walked into our newsroom. You cannot take over a city without silencing independent media. Our newspaper vanished overnight. I lost my job. My house was shelled. I was hired as a translator for Western journalists.
Что это за деревце?
Чего?
Some small tree. He will show us where the dead bodies are.
Oh,
He will show where the dead bodies still are.
I remember driving home from the front line with two reporters. In the back seat, they chatted about their nice hotels, restaurants in Kiev, upcoming weddings back home. My world was collapsing. To them, it was just another assignment. Because, there is always someone suffering out there in the world. You cannot help it all. Except this time, the one suffering was me. If dead people could listen to those who are alive, this is how I was listening to that conversation. Then I met Anastasia, a British photojournalist. She wasn't interested in soldiers or chasing explosions. She took it slow, wanted to know about people who chose to stay. She kept coming back and we kept working together. Our interest, documenting what life is really like on the front line. 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers from the front line. Anastasia took photographs and I wrote stories. I showed her neighborhoods much like my own, nail salons like the ones I used to go to. We documented displacement, fear, loss, but also war's ordinariness, life as it persisted. Births, weddings, picnics by the lake. We befriended families. Saw their children grow as the years passed. She was still the foreigner coming to report, and I was the one the war was happening to. But we were becoming best friends.
Anastasia, how do you feel?
Cold. I'm cold because there's no hot water in Avdiivka. It's been none for 2 years. So everybody has to either boil water or wash in cold water. And
So why don't you boil water?
well, because there's no gas.
We're going home much faster than we came here because
The horse knows it's going home, and so it's going faster. I'm very impressed.
Hello.
Hello? Are you speaking English?
Hello.
Oh!
Hello.
You saying yellow?
Hello.
Міра, витащи ручку і скажи Hello, my name is Mira.
Hello. My name is Mila.
Ukraine, a country at war after a huge Russian military offensive by land, sea, and air.
In 2022, the full-scale Russian invasion began, and everything changed. Reporting ordinary life became harder. Most of the families we knew fled. All their towns were destroyed, then occupied. The front line was now everywhere. On June 27, 2023, a Russian cruise missile hit a pizzeria in Kramatorsk. The attack killed 13 civilians and injured more than 60. Anastasia was among the wounded. So was our colleague Dima, who was working with her. War is about many things, but it is also about distance. Sometimes it's a matter of millimeters, sometimes it's a matter of kilometers. Sometimes it's the space between minds and hearts, the emotional distance. That's the space Anastasia and I are working to bridge. When I was in school, war was something distant. Something that happened to other people in other places. There are some things you never think will happen to you, like an airplane crash or a war.
We got drawing each other.
Oh.
This is Mira. This is me. And this we unite them together.
Perfect.